All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1006, Shaw versus Shaw.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Amelia Shaw, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So our daughter has been living with me for 2 years. We're separated, and she's currently not paying any child support. And I thought maybe she would grow up, but I guess it's time to force her hand. So.
Okay. Any reason why you're not paying child support?
She makes a lot more money than I do.
Okay. Is that your only reason?
Mm-hmm.
You know it doesn't really work like that, right?
Well, I spend a lot of time, I'm trying to build my career. I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I travel a lot. I don't have a lot of extra money.
When she says she travels a lot, she's at music festivals like every other weekend.
Well, that went downhill fast. Instead of getting what he wanted, Dad got himself kicked out. Let this be a lesson. If you want the judge to take you seriously, maybe don't light up a cigarette mid-hearing. At the end of the day, this case was about one thing. Co-parenting Martha is trying to step up. But Dad isn't ready to let go of the past. Was the judge, right? To reset the case. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love courtroom showdowns like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more jaw-dropping legal battles.
It's excessive.
It's networking. I'm trying to do hair for bands.
Let me ask you a question. How much are these trips costing you every other weekend?
Probably close to $1,000.
Close to $1,000, and you're going twice a month?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're spending $2,000 a month to go to music festivals when you could be paying child support. So that means you can afford to pay child support, right?
Well,
yeah. That means that, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
So what's the reason that you're not paying? Because it can't be that she makes more money when you obviously have the finances to do it.
Well, if I'm being honest.
Yes, the classic, I'm investing in my career defense. Listen, networking is important, but if your networking budget looks like a mortgage payment, maybe you need to rethink your priorities. Also, let's be real, how much hair are you actually styling between DJ sets at a festival? Priorities, people.
Having a kid, she was sort of more enthusiastic about it than I was.
I'm the biological mother.
I'm trying to
also
figure out,
biologically related.
but I'm trying to figure out what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's kind of more on her, if you think about it.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Because I gave birth to
I don't even understand what's going on right now. What do you mean that it's kind of more on her? It's your child too.
She wanted it more.
But you wanted it too, right?
Yeah, you were on board with this.
I was.
So you're going to still be on board with paying child support then? Because it's still your child. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a parent. It doesn't work like that. If you can spend $2,000 a month to go to music...
Did you hear that? They wanted the kid more than I did. Excuse. That's not how parenting works. This isn't a group project where you get to put in less effort because someone else was more excited. Newsflash. If you were on board back then, you're still on board now, especially when it comes to supporting your child. This isn't a participation sport.
And if you're out of town every other weekend, how are you seeing that child as much
She
as you
doesn't.
complain?
That
doesn't make sense.
I FaceTime.
She's drunk when she FaceTimes. Half the time I can't hand the phone over.
Indulge from time to time.
Right, and I am not buying anything that you're over there talking about. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get straight into the child support, and you are going to pay, okay? And I know you have the money, because according to your tax returns here, You make about $800 a week, right? Okay. So I have your gross at about $3,200 a month. So you can afford to pay child support because you're spending $2,000 of that to go out of town. And that's based on what you said. That's not based on any calculation yet. Okay? All right? How many children?
Just one.
Just one child? Okay. So I have your net at $2,474.58. Who pays health insurance?
We have Medicaid.
Medicaid? Okay. So Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state because that is a state benefit. So you are the one who is going to reimburse that money to the state. So what I have to do is take 9% of your gross, and that'll give me the health insurance amount that you'll reimburse to Medicaid. Comes out to $288. So when you add that to your monthly child support obligation of $494.92, that gets $782.92
A month?
Yeah. You spend $2,000 a month, right? Yeah, exactly. So you can afford it.
I think one music festival a month is enough.
And maybe you should take your daughter with you to the music festival.
I don't think so.
The math doesn't lie, folks. If you're making $3,200 a month and willingly spending $2,000 on festivals, that's not a can't afford it situation. That's a won't afford it situation. You know what else? Costs around $2,000 raising a child. But hey, priorities, right? No.
I don't trust that.
Oh, well, you know, now that she's paying child support, you really can't dictate what she does on her weekends. It's kind of how it works.
I just don't think that's a safe environment for a 3-year-old to be in.
It may not be, but until something actually happens, you can't dictate that. You wanted child support, you gave rights. You pretty much gave birth to a visitation rights. You understand?
Yeah.
And child support and custody are completely different. So that doesn't mean at any point, if she stops paying, that you can start denying her access to the child.
This right here is an important legal lesson. Child support and visitation are two separate things. Just because you're paying support doesn't mean you get to dictate every single aspect of parenting time and vice versa. If you stop paying that, doesn't mean access to your child gets cut off.
Okay.
You all understand? Okay, anything further?
No, ma'am.
Anything further from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And there you have it. Justice served. The judge saw right through the excuses, did the math, and made sure that this child gets the financial support they deserve. The bottom line, parenthood isn't about convenience, it's a full-time responsibility. So what do you think? Should the judge have been even tougher on this one? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love breaking down courtroom drama, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because, trust me, there's plenty. More where this came from.